Wall run is one of the most commonly used techniques in parkour, and we're gonna analyze it today. There are tons of different variations of the technique, whether it's a straight wall run, in the form of a tic-tac, or with the help of a dyno. All these have the same goal, and that's gaining height. Let's break down this technique into the approach, or the run-up, the takeoff, where we jump from the ground, and the rebound phase, where we push off the wall. The most important element in the wall run is vertical velocity at the takeoff. That is what's propelling us upwards, so the whole technique is based around this fact. First of all, we need a lot of horizontal velocity. The last steps of the run-up are there to create an optimal position for the takeoff, which will transfer a portion of that horizontal velocity into the vertical. We use second to last step, or the penultimate step, to lower the center of gravity, hence why it's the longest step in the whole approach. Consequently, the last step is the shortest. That itself is a really good cue when practicing, just thinking about the last two steps as long short. The rebound phase is there to stop the forward momentum and create another impulse pointing upwards, which further increases our height. Foot placement depends on a couple of factors, but I guess the most important one is the wall surface. Better grip allows us to rebound from the wall at a steeper angle, and if we try to push off at the same angle on a wall that does not have such a good grip, we will slip right off. Here on the left, I push off at too steep of an angle, which results in me slipping, and on the right, I push off away from the wall at a greater angle, and that helps me reach the top. In my opinion, one of the most common misconceptions has to be that people actually consider the wall as a platform from which they can just jump, and that's not how it works. The step on the wall isn't impactful by itself, and as a matter of fact, don't think about it as a step. Think about it as a rebound. The greater the vertical velocity, the more effective it is, and if you don't jump enough from the ground, you will slip as well. Even if the wall is so slippery that we can only push off almost horizontally without slipping, if we have enough vertical velocity, resultant trajectory would still be pointing upwards because of the momentum conservation. This brings us back to the approach and the takeoff phase, and the obvious question, how to train it. Well, one of the ways is to train jumping ability from a single leg in terms of power, and we will cover that in one of our next videos. The other is regarding technique. I suggest practicing with very slow run-up, just getting the feel for the penultimate step. Don't tense up, just try to stay nice and relaxed, and then slowly increase the speed of a run-up while maintaining the same feel for the last two steps. As soon as you feel something is off, go back to slow running and drill that. I hope you liked the video and maybe even learned something. As always, feel free to ask us any questions you may have in the comments, and stay tuned for the next Smash Monday.